All right, Panther fans. Stu is going broke. There's too many victory cigars.
Gonna have to start a
He's
GoFundMe.
gonna have to start a GoFundMe. We won't lose a game. They said the statistic after the 3 games that we lost, and I did that rant. I think it's like 16-2-1 or 6. I mean, just absurd. So we win 6-1. Stu,
Yeah, it's
how,
pretty sick.
how you
I
doing?
mean, like you just
Yeah.
said to me before we turned the camera on, are we ever gonna lose? And I
Right.
said to you, wouldn't it be wild if we just finished out the year winning every game? I
Right.
mean, this is a team that literally can win every game. I
Yeah.
mean, all they got to do is come out playing and
Right.
not just put their uniforms on and just take a skate around the ice.
Right.
It was nice to see 2 goals within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
2 goals in the first 5 minutes. You have the other team demoralized already.
Yep.
And then, of course, you got Bob playing like Vezina Bob.
Right.
I mean, Goldie said it at the end of the broadcast. If Bob plays like Bob plays,
Yeah.
his team's unstoppable.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, if he plays like that, and we're gonna get into this, because excuse me, NHL Network did a little segment on Uyghur that a few people made us aware of.
Yep.
And I've been saying it. I've said it a few times since that 3-goal period, since the 3-goal period in the first period against the Sabres. Something changed. The team just completely is playing shutdown defense. And while I don't know the statistics and the analytics and all of that crap that goes with it, and I don't mean to call it crap, but sometimes it's good information used to prove things that really don't exist. But what I've noticed with my eyes is Mackenzie Weegar is not trying to stick handle and take chances in the offensive zone. He's not trying to score. He's back. He's, instead of trying to catch up on the play because he's, at, almost to the net or he's in the circle, he's at most at the blue line. He's playing a lot more responsibly, which is all we need because, in case nobody's noticed, Gustav Forsling, like Stu has said, Gustav Forsling I think he's got more goals now than Uyghur does. You could correct me if I'm wrong, somebody there, but he's had so many goals in the last, 10 days. But something changed. I don't know if he just figured or the coaches just said, look, Mackenzie, just.
No, obviously you're right. And, there was a post on, the NHL Network first posted that video, and then Coop, I guess, said something to both of us, you see, and then there was this other guy, Mike, wrote, me with an arrow. I mean, yeah, okay. Listen, we never said Mackenzie Weegar sucks.
Right.
And we never said Mackenzie Weegar, is not a leader on our team. But he did, and he was making a lot of mistakes.
Right.
Okay. Right. It's evident. We have video. We call it like we see it.
Right.
Okay. So,
yeah, look.
Again, this was not a hate on Uyghur.
Right,
this was just
right.
pointing out that's what we do. We review the games.
Right.
Okay. And we give our opinions and our observations and whatever. And we're not going to be right all the time. And you might not like what we say all the time. Okay. Mm-hmm. But this is our channel here. This is what we do. Okay. That's why you guys watch. You watch to see our reviews. And Mackenzie Weegar was making a lot of mistakes, guys.
Right.
Okay. And a lot of them were causing goals. So, Eric said it best. He tweeted, like, I guess they watched our video. And
right. Yeah. You got
Mackenzie Weegar watched our video and said, oh boy.
Yeah, you got sick of getting bitched about.
Can't have those guys from Flying Fluffy, man, knocking me. So I better elevate my game a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
and he has. I mean, he has.
I mean, we haven't called him out in the last couple of games.
Right.
Right.
No, something definitely changed, and I don't propose to know how it happened. But like I said, all I know is that he's not stick handling to come into the zone.
He's not stick handling in front of his net. That's
Right,
the
right. And
thing
he's
that
not
got me nuts.
right, right. No, it's yeah, he's played better. All the mistakes that he
Yeah.
was making that we were pointing out, he stopped making them. Now just keep it that way. Just keep
And
it that
look,
way.
and you're right. Look what right. I
Yeah,
said something about I wish Forsling would be. He's got the offensive talent.
yeah,
I
yeah,
wish he
yeah,
would just use it more. And he's
yeah,
got 7 goals in the last 8 games. I
yeah,
think that's what I heard Goldie say
yeah.
last night.
I think you might be right because I think at one point
Got
I heard him
2.
say 6, but I don't know if that was the first or the second goal.
I think he's got 2 goal games in
Yeah,
the last,
yeah, 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 yeah.
whatever.
So,
But he's great. I love,
yeah.
I love Forsling.
Hey, so
My boy.
whatever's going on, it's working. It's working now. It took some time there after the trade deadline, to figure out, and how it's working is that I don't even notice what the defensive pairs are. So what that tells me is that unless the defensive guy is scoring, they're practically invisible, and that's how it should be. You know what I mean? Obviously, you see Gudis, although Gudis took the wrong end of a couple of hits last night.
Yeah, he sure did.
He sure did. And he's going
A
bald.
player should never lose their helmet. They should never lose their helmet. That tells me that, that's happened to Ekblad a couple of times too. That tells me their helmet's too loose on their head, man. That thing should fit like a glove.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's got to be. God forbid, they fall and hit their head on the ice.
Right.
That scares me when a player loses his helmet.
Yeah.
So that must have been a pretty jarring hit.
Yeah, he got hit pretty. Hit pretty high. It was.
But did you notice how disciplined we were, that we didn't jump on the guy and start wailing on him? I mean, it didn't matter. It's 6-1.
Yeah.
But, we're not going to play this team again. So maybe if it had been, Toronto or Tampa or, one of those other teams.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
They probably would have retaliated somehow because, we're going to eventually be playing them again.
Right.
But,
right.
But happy to see Huberdeau get his 30th. I sent you the text as soon as he scored the first one.
Yeah.
I said he's getting number 30 tonight.
Yep.
So now we have 3 players.
Right.
Barkov, 34.
Is that only
we have
3?
Duclair. And now
Huberdeau.
we have Huberdeau. Reinhardt sitting at 27.
Yeah, I knew somebody was close.
I'm not sure about Bennett. I think he's hovering around there.
Right.
You got Verhaeghe, possible.
Right.
Who else?
No, it's just it's so
we
balanced.
Could have 5. We could have 5 players with 30 goals, which would be insane and unheard of.
Yeah,
it's enough to have 5 players with 20 goals.
Right. Yeah. No.
Which we do. We have 6, I think.
Yeah. Because Lundell's probably closing in on 22.
Lundell, I think, has 15 or 16. Let's see. Marchman, I think, has
because he scored again last night.
Beautiful Marchman, I think, has 17.
Yeah.
And he's his goal last night was it just went in, like Goldie said, it got stuck in the pad in the back of the net. It was like he didn't have this big celly.
Right.
So it was really kind of quiet.
Yeah. I think it was I think it was he was kind of surprised.
All right, so here's the stats.
Right. Okay.
So you got Huberdeau at 108. So you got Barkov 34 goals, 46 assists, 80 points. Reinhardt's got 27, 47 for 74. Ekblad, can you imagine? Ekblad left with he had 15 goals.
Yeah, he'd have got 20.
Can you imagine how long has he been out? 2 months?
I don't know. It's been a month. It's been at least a month, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Verhaeghe's only got 22 goals, so I don't think he. But Bennett's got 27. Reinhardt's got 27. Lundell's got 16.
Right.
Marchman's got 17.
Right.
And that's kind of after that, it kind of peters down a little bit.
Yeah, we may not have enough games for those guys to get to 30 and 20, but it'll be Lundell certainly would have had 20 if he wasn't hurt. We definitely know that. And he's just looked better and better every game. I mean, last
Yep.
night on the PK was just absurd. It's like when we're playing PK like that, I'm like, take another penalty. Take it. Come on. I want to take another because we're I mean, we're good enough on 5-on-5, but when Barkov and Lundell are playing like that, please take a penalty. Give it. Okay, yeah, weak call, whatever. I don't care. Get Barkov and Lundell on the ice because
I love watching the two of them play. That's why
Yeah.
I said I said to you a few weeks ago something about just put Lundell up on Barkov's line. Let's see what they Let's see what the two of them can do.
Yeah, I want to see a Huberdeau Barkov Lundell line just for a couple of shifts. And the other team just like, oh, fuck this, and they just throw their sticks and they're like, we're not playing against those guys.
Well, what was great was, Goldie made the comment, I guess he attributed to Burnett, that said, okay, you stop Barkov, Duclair, and Verhaeghe. Yeah, we'll throw out Bennett, Giroux, and Huberdeau.
Right. Yeah,
and then,
exactly.
Like that, we'll throw out Reinhardt, Lundell, and Marchment.
Right. Yeah. Good luck. Yeah. And then.
So, again.
Right. Yeah. No, I know.
Bob plays. If Bob was in the zone yesterday, he was just, he was just.
Yeah, he was pissed about the
right.
one. He was thinking shutout. He was not happy about the one that went in.
Yeah. But
I think he thought he had the puck and he didn't realize that it had gotten loose. I think he thought it was under him, But yeah, and then I want to talk a little bit about the last minute and a half of the game with Huberdeau and
that was fun.
And Forsling out there trying to get. I mean, it's not fair to the other team. It's like 6-1, and most games. The team with 6 is like, what? We're just gonna ice the puck or whatever. Let's just get the hell off the ice. And these guys are out there like it's like Randy said, or one of them said, it was men against boys, and it was just they couldn't do anything to stop us. And then they put Giroux out there to take the face-offs and got Forsling 2 shots off Giroux, just winning the face-off straight back to him. And that's the other thing is just Giroux took him a few games, But now you just see somebody. I had said his demeanor, and I think it was Tim that left a comment that said it's intensity, and the intensity level in his eyes is just maybe Huberdeau. I've seen he brings a different level now to the Panthers come playoff.
But Huberdeau always does it with a smile.
Yeah, Huberdeau's just always smiling.
He's always smiling, so he's got the intensity, but he doesn't have that mean.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But Giroux must be going home, and he comes home and his wife's like, "So how was the game, honey? We won again. Honey, I think I made the right move. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. We're winning. We'll wake up in the morning. I take the boys out for a little walk. It's nice and sunny. It's 80 degrees. Yeah, I like it down here.
Yeah.
The question is, we got so many guys how are we going to do this?
Well, we've talked.
I got faith in Zito, but where's the money going to come from after we sign Huberdeau to sign Giroux? I don't want Giroux to just be a rent 1 year player. Unless he takes a big haircut.
Patrick Hornquist. 5.3. I love him to death, but 5.3 for a fourth liner. I mean, you could probably talk Giroux into. Yep.
Achari's going to be gone.
Right, Achari, Hornquist. And you hate to see it, but if losing Achari and Hornquist means we get this, we can pay Marchment and somehow talk Giroux into a team friendly deal. Even just a 1 year team friendly deal, just like Yager. How many? He was here the half a season and then 2 more, right? He was here the trade deadline and then 2 more. Drew's 34, so he's not going to go out there and get like a 5-6 year deal. He's probably working on.
He could. I mean, listen, he could. Flyers would love to have him back.
Oh, sure. I mean, he can go anywhere he wants, but
I think next year's killer is the Yandel 5.4, right?
So we don't have to re-sign Huberdeau until after that comes off the books.
Are you sure?
Yes, because Huberdeau signed for next season. It's a
Sure?
little, yeah.
I thought he has to sign this, this summer for next year.
No, because he's signed for next summer. He's signed for one more year. He signed for next year. So technically, the way we can work it, if Zito chooses to do this, is play the full year, talk with Huberdeau, get the numbers together.
Yeah, listen, Johnny, you're going to get you
agreement.
10 million.
Right.
Let's sign Giroux.
Right. And at the end of when the hockey year ends, the Yandel hit is off. Huberdeau signs and we're good. So, I mean, where that hit is going to come into effect is if we wanted to make Giroux an offer, and you got to figure Zito's going to at least make him an offer, right? Say, hey, look, somebody else might be able to pay you 7, right? But we can give you 2 times 5, Claude, and these are the guys you can play with.
With no state sales tax,
no state tax,
and a chance to win the cup again.
Right. I see a lot of people just guaranteeing that he's gone next year.
Eric, a big factor in that is if we win the cup.
Right.
If we win the cup, he's going to want to stay.
Right. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I agree with you. But
that will help us so much.
Yeah. And look, if he doesn't re-sign, I know people were, asking me yesterday, we'll do a video on this after the season. I think Heather asked, if we had a video on who wasn't going to be on the team next year. Marchman's priority number 1. You know what I mean? To me, because, he's a young player. He's going to be here a while. But we've seen, look at the deal that we got Duclair and Verhaeghe. That's what Marchman's going to get.
Yeah. And I'm hoping Marchman, looks at it by saying, oh, the Panthers are the ones that gave me my chance.
Well, and also look at who he's playing with on that
right.
line. That's part of he's a good hockey player, but the fact that he's able to, play it out there with Lundell and Reinhart. Any other team, those guys are in the top 6.
Don't forget he's played with Barkov as well.
Right. So I think he's a smart enough kid, you know what I mean? But anyway, so that's 9.
If we would have anybody running the front office there and making the deals, we know Zito finds a way to get stuff done.
Yeah, no, Zito.
And I have a feeling he didn't pick up Giroux just to rent him for the rest of the year.
I agree. I absolutely agree there. And
I would think that Jumbo would want it again. If we win the cup, Joe's going to want to play one more year.
Does he have another year in him?
He might think so. I'd like to see him do a Ray Bork and go out on top and just retire.
Right. He hasn't played a lot of games.
Who knows with these guys?
Right.
But again, the most important thing is that we take care of business and, we do what we do and we win the cup and then we can worry about it.
Right.
To make a video about next year.
No,
we still haven't finished regular season of this year.
We'll do it. We'll do it after the season. But just between Achari and Hornquist, that's almost $8 million.
Yeah, and I really would hate to. Hornquist again for what he brings. I know. Off the ice too.
Right.
It's just, it's business. It's nothing personal.
Yep. No, imagine going through a full season with Giroux. A full season. Huberdeau's done what he's done this year, mostly without Giroux. Now give us a full season with Bennett, Huberdeau, and Giroux. Any other team, any other NHL team, that's the top line. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Any other team, that's the top line. Maybe Colorado and Tampa would. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't say any other team. There's a couple that might argue with that. But it'd be debatable. But so we just
3 assists last night. Yeah. And that assist on the second goal was beautiful.
Oh, I know.
Right between the defenseman's legs, right on Huberdeau's tape. Boom.
Yeah.
It's beautiful thing.
You can't stop it. You can't. And it's like we've talked about with the power play. It's just like in both units too. He put the second unit out there a little bit early last night. Early meaning halfway through for him, and just beautiful all the way around. And like I said, somebody had been asking me about, Hagen and Carlson and Lindbaum, but it's a reminder, guys, when Ekblad comes back, none of those guys are playing. Sherratt becomes 6D. What they're going to do with the pairs, your guess is as good as mine, because he's been, changing them up. He's made some changes. And like I said, now, nobody, the only noticeable thing going on out there right now is Forsling is scoring and when Gudis hits somebody. Otherwise, I could barely tell who's on the ice defensively.
Uyghur's been a force.
No, but I mean, nobody's making any mistakes is what, what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Nothing's sticking out like there he goes again. It's just, that's just kaputs. That is just stopped.
Yeah.
So
no, again, my dream pairing, I would love to see it happen. I don't think it's going to happen, especially now that Forsling is actually scoring.
Right.
And he's taking more of an offensive role. He probably wouldn't do that if he was paired with Ekblad, but
right.
I would love to see, Forsling and Ekblad 1, Sherratt and Uyghur 2, and then Gudis and Montour 3.
Yep. I think at this point, really, if you look at it, with the exception of putting Gudis on the top pairing, you could probably mix and match these guys any way you want and have, if they're going to play like this, if they're playing responsible, we've got 6 good, solid.
Yeah.
At worst, they're solid defensemen at worst. You know what I mean?
The puzzle's complete. It's just, the puzzle's complete.
Yep.
I just anxious to see how Ekblad, comes back, because, by then he'll be out at 2 months. At least 2 months. And,
if he's on the ice.
Kucherov was able to come in, that first game he made an impact. That's what I want to. I want to see Ekblad have the same impact in game 1 of the playoffs.
Right.
And then different situation because Kucherov's a forward and Ekblad's a D-man.
So it's got to skate a lot more.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
No, it's okay. I don't want to forget Mammon. Mammon actually looked good last night. That was a nice goal. He was very active, because I'm a little bit concerned about, the first Ryan Lomberg was a maintenance day and now he's still out. So I'm wondering if he got his bell rung a little bit. Or if they've kind of just want to sit him down, because he had that concussion. That's a little bit concerning, because we need Ryan Lomberg. But yesterday was definitely the best game Mammon's played all year.
He could have had 2 goals. He missed one, earlier. Somebody set him up like all alone in front. He had one shot, and then he had the rebound right away. He missed on both of them.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see him go and get a goal in.
Right.
Obviously was the the 6th goal, so not much of a celly, but nice to see him.
Yeah, it was good for him. And then I'd like to see, I would just like to at least know that Achari is healthy, right? Because those bottom guys, they've been in and out of being hurt all year long. I mean, Hornquist, Achari, Lomberg, Joe, Mammon, they've been in and out of being hurt all year long. And you kind of want to go into the playoffs as obviously as healthy as possible. I don't even think Achari's on LTIR, because he's not even the scratch right now. They've just got him on injured, as far as I've seen. So I don't know what happened there, but playoffs come, guys are going to get dinged up, especially if we make a long run. You'd like to have a healthy Achari.
It's a shame that he got hurt, but you know what? He's one player that, I'm sorry, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. It's not having as big an impact as it would somebody else, like a Lundell.
Well, yeah, but I'm what I mean, in like, if somebody goes out during the playoffs, you could plug Achari in.
Yeah, well, let's not think that.
Yeah, well,
Lundell is definitely starting, he's definitely got his old form back.
Yeah, he's that kid.
Took him a couple of games, and we need that line.
Yeah,
That third line could be the difference in a
that
series.
that is the difference
You
because
know?
even if you've got top teams that can match up with our top two lines, then you throw that third line out there, and Lundell especially, um, he's just that guy. I just the ceiling on him. I mean, I know I love Barkov, but just I'm just comparing how it felt when Barkov was first playing versus Lundell now, and I mean Lundell's definitely pinging a little bit more
Yeah.
in my opinion. You know,
We were just, so much better looking last night than Winnipeg. I mean, they weren't in our league.
right, right. Nope, men against boys, like they said. So, all right,
Well, they said
buddy.
that about Huberto.
Yeah. But it's the
I know what you mean,
yeah.
but Huberto's on a tear right now, so he's got 13. I'd love to see him get the record. Pavel Bure, 17 games. Oh no, excuse me. Is it Mike Hoffman? I think is 17 games.
right.
Um, Now we've won 9, so 3 more games. So we got Detroit, the Islanders, and then I
Detroit
don't know who
again.
we got.
I think
We
we have
have one more
Detroit.
before the Toronto,
I think
Tampa. I'd like to see us. We could do 12 in a row. I'd take that.
if we win those 3 games and Carolina loses one more point during that period of time, conference is clinched before we even
Okay.
get to those big 3, before we even get to those 3 games. Um, I've said it before. I would love, and I know they won't. I know they probably won't because I think it was Goldie or Randy. One of them said that Bruno said that we're not going to take our foot off the gas towards the end of the season. But I would just like to maybe you can get.
Nor they shouldn't.
Well,
I know what you mean. But
yeah.
did you hear that? Did you hear that stat last night that not one forward has played over 15 minutes?
Right. Yeah. I mean,
That's incredible. That
right.
Remember, Barkov was playing 26 minutes.
26 minutes. Yes.
That one year he got so burned out when I think it was the year that we ended up playing the Islanders.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And by the time we went to the playoffs, man, he was burnt.
He was done. That's exactly. And that's what we talked about.
That's another important thing.
Right.
I mean, everything seems to be falling into place.
Yeah.
So don't want to jinx anything, but
last question, because a lot of people have been asking about this.
Yep.
For me personally, clinch the conference, sit a couple guys every game, rest them, and I don't care about the President's Cup. That's my take. What do you got?
Now, it's not that I don't care about the President's Cup. The thing I worry about is that most of the teams that have won the President's Cup have not gone on to win the Stanley Cup. And so,
yeah,
it's a nice little prestige thing, but the regular season is just a setup for the playoffs.
Yep.
And anybody could win the cup once they get in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Said it a few times. The LA Kings were 8th seed. I think St. Louis, when they won their cup, I think at the halfway point at the All-Star break, they were last.
Yeah, they were in last place. Yeah.
Okay. And they think they were an 8th seed and they won the cup. So Colorado can have the President's Cup. It's just amazing that they're playing as good as we are. I mean, they're not losing either, but
right.
If we win it, great. If we don't, I mean, we're not going to tank and lose to not win it.
No, I guess for me, it's just, I don't need those guys out there chasing it. Like we have the conference.
Right. They're not going to do that. But as far as, I don't think I don't see a healthy Barkov or Huberto being set.
Right.
I don't see that.
Right.
Do I see more of a 3rd and 4th lines out there?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
There won't be a need to shorten the bench. We just gotta, listen, like I said, coming out last night, 2 goals in the first 5 minutes, just set the whole table for the rest of the game. And then, Bob came up with a few good saves and we were off to the races.
Yep.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys.
So we got tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, 1 o'clock. I definitely will be
Detroit on
streaming.
ESPN, regular ESPN.
Right, right.
And then we got the Islanders. What? The Islanders are the next day?
Yeah, we have Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then Friday or Saturday, Sunday
Saturday and Sunday.
is Toronto,
Yeah.
Tampa. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if we could have it clinched, if we could have it clinched by then, you know, those games are just pure fun. You know what I mean? And I'd love that, because even if we lose to one or both of those teams, their fans can chirp all they want, because like, we're not even trying. We already have the conference clinched. So
Yeah, I'd rather lose to Tampa than Toronto.
I know I don't want to lose to Toronto.
Only for the
I
fact
agree.
that the Toronto fans, I want to see the Panthers beat Toronto and beat them good.
Yeah, expend our energy beating Toronto, and then against Tampa, we'll send Deanisenko, Hepo Niemi, and we'll bring up Gibson from the AHL.
Yeah, I wonder when we get to expand the roster.
Yeah. That's a good question. Somebody will know. Somebody in the comments will know.
So listen, I'm at 885 on Twitter, guys. I need 15 more followers to hit 900.
All right, make sure you guys go follow Stu. All right,
Stu and Boca.
Yeah, Stu and but what did somebody say? You needed to change the name to Stu and Kings Point.
I told them I'm always going to be Stu and Boca.
Yeah. So, by the way, did you hear what I talked about yesterday on the stream about the name of the channel? Towards
no, I missed that.
No, it was pretty much unanimous consent that changing it to Flying Fluffy Hockey was
we talked about that the other day.
Was the right move.
I mean, all you have to do on the painting there is just add hockey.
Well, yeah, that's what somebody had mentioned. God, I wish I could remember who it was. It was somebody P. I'm sorry, brother. I can't remember the first name of the guy that did it. Damn it. That pisses me off. But his idea was, to like have multiple logos. So like put a Panthers helmet on Fluffy, or like a Panther jersey on Fluffy, and like have some, have a few mixed and matched logos. And everybody was just like, oh, I can't remember his name. I'm so sorry, man. Leave a comment. Somebody fix me. My brain is old. I haven't eaten breakfast yet, and it's 9:45, so give me a break. But yeah, it was a beautiful idea. So that's gonna happen. That's gotta happen. So yeah, we'll look for those changes. I'll probably debut the changes the first playoff game. That gives me a couple of weeks to do it. So all right, guys, appreciate all the support. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then go follow Stu on Twitter. All right. We got to get. I told him the cheap way to do it, but he didn't like it. I told him just go follow a bunch of people, and then when they follow you, just unfollow. By the way, I don't promote that. I didn't do that. I did not do that. But yeah, I mean, if you follow more people, you'll get up to. I mean, that's how I got up to, I don't know, 1,300 followers. Is I just followed people and they followed me back. But yeah, follow Stu on Twitter. He's much more active on Twitter than I am, because I'm busy editing and taking care of dogs and kids in the eBay business.
Wait.
Business,
so I wrote a long tweet the other night. I took it down, and now I'm regretting taking it down. It was basically saying we need a well-known national analyst to lobby for Huberdeau for the Hart.
Right.
And then I wrote, how about it? And I did, Kevin Weeks and Bill Lindsay and Dave Reed and Tony, all the, Jackie Redmond and Jamie Hurt, all the NHL Network people.
Yeah.
Last night, Dave Reed finally, it was on the NHL Tonight, I guess, in the, when they were doing their recaps,
right,
a whole thing about Huberdeau and his value. He's the most valuable player on the Panthers, and that's
right.
The criteria,
Right.
Most valuable player to your team.
Right.
So he must have read my tweet.
Yeah. Look,
I should have left it up there. I don't know. I just
that's another reason why
I'm not going to engage, because then I got, other fans from other teams, and I don't want to get into a, back and forth with a, Austin Matthews fan or whatever. We all
Right.
have our opinions. I mean,
Yeah.
I listed my,
Look,
you know,
there's three or
I
four.
listed my
Right.
feelings in last video, whatever why I thought Huberto should
Yeah.
win it. I think he continues to do what he's doing.
He's gonna get it's not gonna be as open and
No,
shut. I
it,
mean,
it
look,
might, you know, it could surprise a lot of people him winning
right.
it. I just don't see giving it to McDavid.
No, I
You know,
don't
as
think he
great a
will.
player as McDavid is, McDavid isn't carrying Edmonton into the playoffs or into
Right.
first place,
Right.
second in the league.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? He's got the stats and whatnot, but as far as he is the most valuable player on Edmonton. My personal opinion is Leon Draisaitl's more valuable to his
Right.
team this year
This year.
than McDavid. But it
Right.
just goes to show you can have a Connor McDavid and still
Hmm.
not win the cup.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
the
So,
team.
yeah,
You
it's
know,
the
as
team.
Billy Lindsay said, it's all about the team.
Yep. Yep.
And
All right, guys.
this the Florida Panthers win the Hart Trophy.
There you go. There you go. Well said. Perfect. All right, guys. I'm gonna go eat, and then
Go eat.
and then I still got to mow grass. I am ashamed.
eat.
It's 3 acres, man. By the time you mow one part and you mow the other part and you mow the other part, the first part's ready to get mowed again. But it's okay because I make up for it because from November, December, January, February, and March, and usually April is not really all that. Usually I only have to mow once in April, but we had a very warm March, and it's bad. I have to work. I am ashamed. All right, guys. We'll see you. Bye.